Hundreds of haircuts to find the best.
Just a reminder to watch Canada's #1 newscast with Lisa Laflamme, weeknights at 11. Back in Vancouver, Junior Turner to the sidelines under his own power, which is good to see after a long wait to finally get his way back in the Calgary lineup. 7 for Williams, 2nd and 3. BC with the football at the Calgary 20. 1 for 1 in the red zone tonight. And the pass caught. Rainey cuts back. Chris Rainey, touchdown. Third touchdown of the year for Chris Rainey, and the Lions have their first lead of the night.
Boy, he's dangerous in the open field. Jennings gets it to him quickly, and then he just starts to make his move and create that magic. Jameer Thurman cut inside on him.
7 plays, 75 yards. This time they go for the 1-point convert. Ty Long's missed it. So it's just a 2-point lead. And Long now 11 of 15.
Well, Jameer Thurman doesn't have to feel bad about that one. I mean, that's...
McCarr, love y'all. We ain't done though.
That is a wide open field with lots of space. And watch Chris Rainey. So he makes the move to get out. Thurman has to take that inside. He has to take away the inside throw, so he's late to get out there, and that's the cutback lane for Chris Rainey.
But it was the call on Thurman earlier in the drive that prolonged it for BC.
Yeah, that one's sticking with him. But he doesn't have to feel bad about that. Guys like Chris Rainey make you miss.
Missed by Long, so it's just a 2-point game, but 4th touchdown pass of the year for Jonathan Jennings, and the first touchdown of the game.
He's capable. Roy Finch.
First touchdown pass of the game for Jennings. Patrick levels back. 7 plays, 75-yard drive. See how Calgary responds. Here's Finch. Behind the wedge, and he finds a crease and then stumbles up to the 35-yard line. He'd like to have that back. So Bo Levi Mitchell started 4 for 9, 4 for 12 since. Only once in 58 previous starts has he been under 50% in a game. Out back in 2014 against Edmonton. By the way, they won that game even with Bo at 14 for 29.
That's the key to getting them back over 50%.
Number 16?
Number 16. 1 catch so far tonight.
They targeted Markin Michelle 9 times. McDaniel only 4 times. We'll try and get Messam going. He gets tripped up at the 40-yard line and has 5.
Those 2 nose-to-nose after each play and each tackle. 56 on 33. Beats the block from Shane Bergman.
7th tackle for Elimimian. 2nd and 5. Ball batted in the air, and it falls incomplete with 3 Lions around the football, and Max Ford picked it up, but it's a 2-and-out. The 5th 2-and-out of the game for Calgary.
Well, he makes a tackle on 1st down. And then on 2nd down, that passing down, Chris, he uses his film work and his expertise, his study habits to jump the receiver that Bo Levi Mitchell wanted. He was sitting in the zone, but he saw Marquay McDaniel. That's the guy he wanted to go to, and he jumps it. Solomon Elimimian just made back-to-back plays.
Faber to kick. Williams and Rainey are deep, and it will be Rainey. 45-yard punt. Rainey's got at least 10 on the return, but there is a flag down. Jerome Messam and Solomon Elimimian going toe-to-toe, part of the game within a game here on Friday Night Football. Season with CFL Fantasy. Build your ultimate squad. Challenge your friends and compete to win weekly prizes. Go to tsn.ca/CFL Fantasy to sign up. Not sure the guys on the field tonight are cooperating with some of the fantasy players.
Well, you know, this guy would have been a pick for a lot of people, and he just spent that whole break working on his shoulder and throwing the ball. He feels something in that throwing shoulder.
Jennings, of course, has had shoulder issues and has an issue here as he gets taken down by Thurman. Big sack that drives him back inside the 30.
Fast break from the Calgary defense. Just stop messing around. They said, let's go get him. And they do. Loaded up, Singleton, Thurman, straight blitz, and it's a race to get to him.
Loss of 13. So 2nd and 23. Here they come again. Jennings sprinting out. Micah Johnson in pursuit. Jennings got to take off, but he angles out well short of the first down before taking a big hit. So how does that impact the Bo Levi Mitchell arm situation and how Dave Dickinson calls plays?
Well, you mentioned to me in the commercial break early in the first quarter that Bo just didn't seem to look right to you. And I thought, you know, well, he's had a couple of drops and maybe it's just, they're just not quite in sync. But clearly there's a problem with his shoulder.
He suggested in a halftime interview earlier in the season that he wasn't 100%. Flags come down as Finch gets away. And Finch out at the Calgary bench beyond the 50-yard line. But will it stand? 37-yard return of a 58-yard punt. But he kind of let it out of the bag by commending his offensive line, who knew that he was going through something, which...
Illegal block. Calgary, number 52. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So the illegal block call on Riley Jones.
One of the great things that Bo Levi Mitchell can do when he's completely healthy is throw in different positions. I mean, he's one of the best in the business at sidestepping the rush and throwing off balance, throwing with his back foot, you know, just a lot of different throwing angles and around the rush and things like that. And when your shoulder like that gets sore, you got to believe that it's got to go back to the fundamentals, where if you don't have a chance to really step into it, the shoulder doesn't allow you the arm strength to get into some of the throws that he's had in the past.
Penalty, a 37-yard difference. Calgary's got to start at their 15. We'll fake to Messam on a roll, and there's a catch for McDaniel to the 22, and he has 7.
And here comes the McDaniel connection. Marquay McDaniel.
And Mark and Michelle is headed to the room, the man who had been targeted the most by Bo Levi Mitchell tonight. So a key weapon in the Calgary arsenal no longer available. Tavares Daniels, Anthony Parker are the wideouts. 2nd and 3. Messam straight ahead. First down, and a lot more as he chugs out close to the 40. (17) for Messam.
Mark Washington, the defensive coordinator, called a stun to Solomon Elimimian right here in the middle of your screen, and he goes the opposite way that Jerome Messam goes. He goes around it to go on that stunt in his gap, and Messam was already past him.
Messam at 56. Here's Mitchell spinning in the pocket, throwing deep, and it is caught. Catch made by Anthony Parker. A battle for the football down there at the 20, but Parker's got the catch. And it's the biggest offensive play for the Stampeders on the night.
Well, hold on now. That whole break, Bo Levi Mitchell was looking like that shoulder was bothering him. I mean, I can't get the angle on exactly how far that throw was, but it was to the wide field and down the sideline. Over 50 yards for sure, and it had some zip on it. So it's not bothering him enough that he can't make that throw.
Biggest catch for Parker on the season, a 50-yard connection, and a first down just outside the 20. Messam back in. Mitchell running around and dumping it off. And a short gain for Rob Cote. Mentioned the Bo Levi Mitchell has not run once this year. Back in '72, Ronnie Lancaster, a whole season, just 6 rushing plays. And in 2011, Anthony Calvillo 5 in an injury-shortened season. But Bo has not run once in the first half of this season.
Yeah, and he's moving in the pocket and rolling in this drive, and a little bit at the end of this quarter, but still hasn't crossed the line and ran.
Calgary 8 for its last 10 in the red zone. 0 for 1 tonight. Short drop, quick hitter. McDaniel's got the catch to the goal line. Is he in? No signal. Looks like it's going to be first and goal at the 1.
His shoulder's fine. It might have been a cramp or something, because that timing and that zip, he knifed it through there and got his veteran.
McDaniel that close to scoring on the final play of the third quarter. So it'll go down to the wire here. Messam and Elimimian locking horns. Chris Rainey giving BC the lead, but the Stampeders threatening to get it back. Well, the Stamps offense coming to life late in that third quarter.
Yeah, both offenses got a couple of drives in that third quarter, but you know, every game is a different journey. This chess match very different than the one we did last night, when there were 59 combined first downs between Winnipeg and Edmonton, and tonight nowhere near there. So it's a different journey, different chess match, but we'll see.
I think almost 1,000 yards in offense last night. Do we give the defense most of the credit, or do we focus in on the offenses not being as sharp as they should be?
Yeah, I think both offenses have just now started to get a little traction, get a little bit of chemistry back. Both offenses are now starting to move the ball a little bit, and they struggled at that.
Mitchell stays in. The short yardage group is not there. It's Jerome Messam straight ahead, and he pulls his way in for a touchdown. Seventh touchdown of the season for Messam to match Jeremiah Johnson.
I'm not sure you can stop this for at least a yard. I mean, first contact was made a yard and a half behind the goal line, and Messam is going to take you that yard or two. If he's downhill, if it's a run play going side to side, you can catch him in the backfield for a loss. But if he's heading downhill like that, he's getting 1 or 2.
So they'll go for 2. Try and make it a 6-point lead. Rolling out to the right side and throws incomplete. And it stays 18-14. But a 6-play drive, 95 yards for Mitchell. The big play, that 50-yard connection to Anthony Parker, and Jerome Messam punches it in on a night where he has gone over 5,000 yards in rushing.
Was it Jim Brown who used to get up limping all the time? I think The great George Reed used to do it as well, and then just get the ball and take off. Bo Levi Mitchell working the shoulder before this drive began, and then he went out and he slings a 50-yarder, puts a dart right on to Marquay McDaniel. They finished the drive off with Jerome Messam, but the arm looked just fine.
Somehow finds a way, looking for his 49th career win.
Sit down and work the tablet with Ryan Dinwiddie, former quarterback that can give him another set of eyes. A guy who's been in the pocket, understands what Bo Levi is going through.
Kickoff sails to Rainey. Up over the 30, but not much more after that. Brought down by UBC product Riley Jones.
Numbers starting to improve for Jennings, and in that third quarter he got on the run. He just, like I said, that time clock in his head has just went from 3 steamboats to 1.5, and after that 1.5 he's taking it off and trying to find something, create something with his legs.
2 punts and a touchdown on the 3 Lion drives in the third quarter. Arsenault in motion. Fakes to Johnson. Pressure on. Gets away from Boners, and he'll take off. Here's Jonathan Jennings, and he takes a hit as he tumbles across the 40 to the 42, and will be close to a first down.
You see what I mean? This is Jennings. I mean, throughout his young career, when he would get out in the open like this, he's looking to throw all the time. Now, once he realized that he makes one move here, he's going to be in trouble. He's tucking it.
Came into the game with 100 yards rushing. Wondered after the shoulder whether he was hesitant to run too much. Stands in here and delivers at midfield to Manny Arsenault in front of Brandon Smith.
He'll be coming back, I think, Chris. There's a late flag and looked like a holding call.
Somebody was holding James
BC,
Bonner.
number 68. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
And it's the right tackle, Kelvin Palmer.
Wally Buono said it at halftime in the interview. We'll stop hurting ourselves with penalties and just crushes the execution. Boy, not many drives end up in touchdowns that have a holding call or a sack involved in them.
Well, now they're in a 1st and 20 hole back at the 32. Stands in, throws complete. Dianuzzi's got the catch. Wrestled down by Jamar Wall. Back at the original line of scrimmage. Will be around 2nd and 10.
That's the strategy. You try and get the penalty yardage back on first down and then get in a 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, a little bit better than I thought as they spotted around the 44. So let's call it 2nd and 8. Just 5 of 13 on 2nd down conversions, usually around 50% is BC. Here comes pressure.
Yeah.
Jennings going to take a shot. Wants Chris Williams, and look at the tight coverage by Tommy Campbell.
Remember when Campbell gave him the attaboy for that quick slant? That time Campbell again in great position. Right up at the top, 2 very good football players battling out there, and you can see that Chris Williams has a bit of a step, but a good recovery, and then he plays the ball well by Tommy Campbell.
I think that surprised Williams. Usually when he gets that first step, he's gone, but Campbell stayed with him.
Jennings was a little hot there, I think, with Chris Williams, telling him just keep running.
Off the edge, they almost got the block, but instead they get Ty Long, who's shaken up. And a flag comes down. The Lions are going to get the football back.
New set of downs for BC.
Well, they had a punt block earlier in the game, but this time a penalty against Calgary. I think it's Reggie Begelton who came
Major
off
foul.
the edge.
Roughing the kicker. Calgary, number 84. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Contacting the kicker if the leg comes down. Roughing the kicker if it's in the air.
Thirteenth penalty, 120 yards, and again, just 11 penalties combined in the previous 3 games. So an uncharacteristic night for Calgary, and see how costly that penalty is. First down, Lions across midfield. Morgan, the newcomer, still has not been targeted tonight. Quarterback draw for Jennings, takes off, and he's got a first down. And you wonder, after taking the hit a little earlier in this series, whether a little bit of a confidence builder that the shoulder's okay.
Yeah, shoulder's okay, and they're calling now quarterback draws to get him just straight running the football, breaking it down with his legs, aggressively running up the middle.
And he's the Lions' leading rusher on the night. 5th carry, 38 yards. Hand off inside Rainey. And dragged down. Jagarrett Davis read the play.
You get the sense, though, that Jonathan Jennings is trying to sort of put the team on his shoulders and say, look, I'm going to stop doing what we've been doing for a game and a half here and stand in the pocket, take pressure, and throw off balance and throw interceptions. He's going to start running around, trying to make it happen, create. Will it be enough?
2nd and 7, the 8th play of the drive. Johnson directing traffic for Morgan, who stays in the block. And the throw is complete for a first down. A clutch catch by Manny Arsenault.
That was with the newcomer, Maurice Morgan, and it's good eye, Chris, to see. Jeremiah Johnson actually set up protection here. He turns just to the top of your screen. Watch it, number 24. He said, you got to get in here and block him. That's Maurice Morgan, and that's not only knowing your job from Jeremiah Johnson, that's knowing everybody's job, because that backside block allowed Jennings to throw the completion.
Arsenault up to 60 yards in the game. Jennings a fake, a pump, looking for Chris Williams, but it falls incomplete, and Ciante Evans was there defensively.
Well, Tommy Campbell covered that deep ball well on the short side of the field, so Jennings lines up Chris Williams to the wide side and goes against Evans.
Cody Husband, the Lions center, on the limp, trying to stay in the game. But in some discomfort.
We're watching 2 quarterbacks try to climb out of issues they had in the first half. Digging their way out.
They're grinding. Throw the screen to Rainey. And he makes Singleton miss. Chris Rainey dropped around the 20. He'll be short of the first down. Singleton missed the tackle but slowed him up.
You won't say that very often with number 49. Singleton missed the tackle. 7 tackles and an interception already tonight. And you're right, he did slow him down so his teammates could get there.
Rainey's made a few guys miss.
Oh, yeah.
So with just under 9 to go, Ty Long sizing up this 28-yard field goal attempt, trying to get the Lions within 1. The missed convert looming large, but he hits this, and it's 18-17 midway through the 4th quarter at BC Place.
It's the final weekend of the Brick's 46th birthday bash. Get 60% off genuine leather sofas when you buy the matching love seat or chair. This designer queen storage bed with nail head accents, just $3.99. A Nana 18 cubic foot fridge with easy clean glass shelves, only $5.99. And this LG 55-inch 4K smart TV, just $9.99. Hurry, it's the final weekend. The biggest brands that guarantee